Magandang gabi po. Ito po ipapresenta ko sa inyo ay ang sitwasyon na nag-closing argument na sila, nag-closing presentation. Ito, unahin muna natin pakinggan yung closing presentation ng prosecutor at ng common legal representative ng mga victims. So, ang una ay yung prosecutor at ang pangalawa ay magde-deliver ay si Attorney Gabriel Andres. Ang problema dito sa presentasyon nila, puro argument, walang facts na pinresent. So, we will now present to you their arguments.
From Davao to Manila and appointed them to high positions. So when he appoints the chief of police, and part of the chief of police's job is to kill thousands of people, it's not a surprise that the police reports don't reflect that.
So ito mga sinasabi ni attorney na to ay conclusion, walang presentation ng evidence to support his claims.
If they decide to murder Mr. Espinosa and Mr. Yap while they're held in jail, it's not surprised that that can be done when Mr. Duterte appoints the head of the Department of Justice.
Wala rin sinasabi dito kung paano may connection sa Department of Justice na secretary. Walang presentasyon kung anong facts, walang presentasyon kung anong ebidensya. Nag-conclude na lang siya.
Similar, he talked about, again, I'll get to it, talked about neutralize.
Ulit na naman sa neutralize, na debunk na po ni Attorney Kaufman kung anong ibig sabihin ng neutralize. Hindi po ibig sabihin na pumatay.
And how that is a neutral word and needs to be taken in context. I'll come to that a little bit later. But again, there's evidence in this case, some of which Mr. Jeremy went through in his presentation, that neutralize meant to kill.
Wala kayong ebidensya na pinresenta na ang neutralize ang ibig sabihin na to kill.
Whether he is correct or whether we're able to prove it beyond reasonable doubt is another issue. Whether we're at substantial grounds is clear. We are.
So one thing is sure is wala silang pinresentang ebidensya para sabihin na ang neutralize sa ibig sabihin ay pagpatay.
And I just say, again, responding to his argument about the documentation, that it's not unique to this case. In war crimes trials, crimes against humanity trials, where the very top leadership are the persons on trial, and when they're committing their crimes, they don't put it in writing often. Let's go out and commit a crime. Mr. Kaufman will know this because we both worked together at the ICTY. During the trials for Srebrenica and the other Bosnian Serb army crimes, the VRS, every single order that turned out to be criminal, virtually every single order, had in the order from the General Mladic down the chain, respect the Geneva Conventions, treat prisoners of war properly, treat civilians properly in accord with the Geneva Conventions. That was in virtually every order, and it didn't mean anything.
So wala rin. Baga ang issue, ano bang ibig sabihin ng neutralize? Wala po kayong pinresenta na ebidensya para sabihin yung neutralize ay papatayin.
Boilerplate as part of their cover-up. I'll move on to some of his points from yesterday now. He spoke at length in the beginning about Article 7.1 and an alleged problem or inconsistency with the all history case in our definition of the civilian population in this case. The law is very clear. All that Article 7.1 requires is that an attack is directed against any civilian population. That term, any civilian population in 7.1, is not limited to populations defined by nationality, ethnicity, or another distinguishing feature of that nature. It's a question of fact to be decided by the trial chamber. We have set this out, paragraphs 17 through 20 of our DCC. It is not particularly complicated. It is not blurry or ambiguous. We stated that alleged criminals in the Philippines are the civilian population, which are the object of the attack. That's a factual issue. So the position taken in the El Hishri case, which is different, obviously completely, factually to this case, is irrelevant. Second, the issue in El Hishri did not concern the definition of the civilian population. It was about the nexus requirement under Article 7 and whether it is necessary for victims of the underlying acts or crimes against humanity themselves to be members of the population. It was a different issue completely. And we have defined the population in this case. That just reminds me of what he said today at one point. Oh, well, these victims weren't necessarily related to drugs or the war on drugs. Read our brief, read the DCC. It makes it clear that it's criminals, including drug dealers, drug pushers, drug users. The incident I went through, incident 3, in my presentation on Monday, I made it clear the victims there in Davao were alleged thieves. That is why they were murdered by Mr. Duterte. Very quickly, he complained or spoke about well, no, I'm going to skip that, Your Honor. It's not important. Moving on, he also made yesterday multiple comments that were inaccurate about the common plan alleged in the case. First, he said there was no direct evidence that even 2 of the co-perpetrators met in person
Wala ka
to
naman,
discuss the plan.
ang puntos din ni Attorney Kaufman, paano magkaroon ng kutsabahan sa common plan kung wala man lang ebidensya kay pinakita na nag-usap sila o kahit dalawa man lang sa kanila.
The common plan. Legally, there's no requirement that they do so.
Hindi mo kinontra? Sabihin mo lang walang requirement to do so? Mali ka yan. Mali ka. Kasi if you want to prove the existence of conspiracy, you have to prove the agreement and the decision to commit the act. Yung sinasabi ko po ay doktrina na yun sa conspiracy.
However, factually, what he stated was incorrect. We have brought evidence of such meetings, and they're in our pre-confirmation brief. I won't go.
Things hindi naman yan, what is important is ipakita ninyo ang pinag-usapan ay yung anong pagkukutsabahan nila. You did not present any evidence to prove that they talked specifically for the purpose of the common plan. And then you must present evidence that after the talk, during the talk among them, ay nag-agree sila isa't isa.
Through it, but if you look at paragraph 27 and the items cited in footnote 135 of that paragraph, it sets it out.
Okay, di kayo may rondong malamig.
I'll come back now to the meaning of the term neutralize in the context of this case.
Balik na naman siya neutralize. Ibig sabihin po, aligaga sila. Ibig sabihin, feeling nila ay natablan sila ng argumento ni Kaufman na pinakita niya ang ibig sabihin ng neutralize is not to kill but to arrest or whatever. Ganon po ang ibig sabihin. Ngayon, hindi nyo na problema sila kung paano nila i-argue na ang neutralize ay ibig sabihin to kill.
It's open to interpretation in the
Ayan,
abstract.
ninamin nyo open to interpretation. Hindi kung open to interpretation, what happens then now is hindi nyo pwede sabihin na nagpapatay si Duterte. Simple as that. So, tatalo kayo dito.
But my friend, in trying to persuade your honors to take the view that neutralize didn't mean anything nefarious, quoted statement from Chief Ronald Bato de la Rosa, co-perpetrator de la Rosa, that neutralize did not mean to kill. That was a T006, page 31, lines 2 to 11. So it's been criticizing the credibility of our witnesses, cites the police chief to say, the police chief who signed CMC 16, to say that neutralize is a neutral term that shouldn't be taken as showing any criminal intent. But we set out in our brief multiple witnesses for the mayoral period and for the presidential period who will testify that to neutralize means to kill.
Asa ng testigo dun?
That's again set out in the brief, paragraphs 6 and 24. I'll read out just one example. This is ERN PHL OTP 000-15390-R01 at 0011, lines 345 to 346. Question of this insider witness. Okay, and the words eliminate and neutralize, what do they mean? Witness's answer, kill. You have to kill, whether it is a legitimate operation or not a police operation.
Who is that witness? Sino yung witness nyo? Problema na, tinakil na ni Kaufman, yung one witness that you may have ay isasalang niyo yung laban sa mga dokumento. Hindi po makatalo, hindi kayang talunin ng isang testigo lamang ang dokumento na nagsasabi na mayroong police operation, na mayroong search warrant din nalabas ng korte para mag-operate, at lahat po ay dokumentado. So how can those documents be turned around or overturned by single witness? That is next to impossible.
So all of the dancing around about the term neutralize doesn't rise to the level where we would not be meeting our standard for confirmation today. One more example, my friend talked about it today. This is incident 13, in which the murder victims were Mayor Espinosa and Raul Yap. As we showed on Tuesday, Mr. Duterte, I won't play the video again, identified Espinosa as involved in drugs and said that he should be shot on sight and tracked down like a dog. And Mr. Kaufman said, yes, but Mr. Espinosa surrendered. And then tried to portray the murder of Espinosa in a jail cell as legitimate self-defense. In a jail cell, there's a shootout. The telling point here, as we said on Tuesday, transcript 5, page 10, lines 9 to 10. In the PRRD list, it was brought up, I believe, in the presentation. These two victims of incident 13, they are noted as neutralized on the list, not on the day they are arrested, not on the day they go to jail. They're marked neutralized on the days they're killed. So they were neutralized at the time they were murdered, per Mr. Duterte's.
Ang problema ninyo, claim ninyo murder. So, although I do believe in that, but the belief is one thing and evidence is another thing. Ang problema po, wala po kayong testigo na talagang pinatay. Although may parang improbabilities na parang pwede nating sabihin, bakit nasa loob ng bilangguan? Bakit nag-search warrant? Well, after showing na namatay siya, the next problem is, pwede bang sabihin na sapat na yun na dahilan para sabihin mo si Digong nagpapatay? Walang koneksyon kasi walang ebidensya na nagsasabi na si Digong pumatay. Okay? At saka sino yung nag-operate doon? At ang inyong kaisa-isang testigo ay nasa labas ng bilangguan. So, hindi niya nakita kung paano pinatay at kung ano nangyari, kung may patayan ba talaga. Hindi, kasi pinalabas po sa investigasyon na may baril siya, no? At nakipagbarilan sila. Yun po ang kwento. So, how else can it be proved na talagang sinasabi na pinapatay ni Duterte? Ang tanong natin, pinapatay ba ni Duterte? Yan ang tanong. Pero sa biglang tingin mo, para nga, oo nga. Pero but that is one thing. It is another thing if you have proof to say otherwise na sinabi niyo na pinapatay ni Duterte si Rolando Espinosa.
Government at that time. As I said in my submissions on Monday, right from the beginning, we acknowledge throughout his speeches, Mr. Duterte and some of his co-perpetrators, I used the term allies on Monday, referred to shoot to kill and self-defense, and that they sprinkled in these references to due process and legality. The evidence shows, as I said, that was only to build a veneer of legality, to create an impression of legality, and to give his lawyers something to say when this day came. And that's exactly what has happened. Mr. Kaufman has gone through, repeated these when he can as some kind of mantra that supposedly exculpates his client. Does not. As I said, this is the lawyer Duterte trying to build in a defense in case he was ever held to account.
The truth remains, wala po kayong direct na ebidensya. So, pwede pa rin interpretasyon na iba na sariling aksyon ng mga pulis yun na nag-operate. At ang nag-operate doon ay mga team ni Colonel Marvin Marcos. So, kung may kasalanan man, dapat ikulong doon si Colonel Marvin Marcos.
Account for his crimes. The facts can't be denied by these sprinklings. He ran a death squad in Davao that he created.
Yan nga, mali ka naman dyan, attorney. Ano ang pruweba mo na siya nagpatakbo ng death squad sa Davao? Wala po. You can never say that is not true for you to say that facts cannot be denied that Duterte ran the death squad in Davao City. You have no evidence to that. You know that.
He ran it for over 20 years before he became president.
Oh, you mean to say, do you have evidence to say that it ran for 20 years before Duterte became president? Where is your evidence? Until now, you are only speaking that that is undeniable. But the problem is, it is also undeniable that you did not present evidence at all until now.
His promise was to kill thousands, and he did.
Kumbaga, ang nangyari sa inyo, tingin nyo, yan na yun. Yun na yun kasi ito na nakita nyo. But then, iba yung tingin. Iba yung paniniwala. At iba yung ebidensya.
No matter how many times he tried to throw in a caveat. And again, as I said, this is not uncommon in crimes committed by powerful figures. They try to...
That is not uncommon. So, common daw yun ginagawa. So, ibig sabihin, ang ginagawa ni Duterte ay parang ginagawa ng ibang mga killer na parang ganun daw. And you are assuming in all the behaviors of all other killers, you are equating that Duterte is also doing the same or was also doing the same. Is that evidence? Hindi po yan evidence.
Build in defense. One point Mr. Kaufman made yesterday, again, showing why this case is ready to go to trial and should not be dismissed. He refers to witnesses providing what he says is exculpatory evidence. He misstated these witnesses by saying they were OTP witnesses. They're not. We're not relying on them, but their statements are disclosed. We found these witnesses and interviewed them through the process that he portrays as somehow corrupt or biased or I don't know what. They provided exculpatory information, and we disclosed it. And that is somehow meant to say that this case should not go to confirmation. I mean, these witnesses are interviewed under 55-2. They're as suspects. Is it really unusual that when you're interviewing somebody who was involved in the crimes, that they say, I didn't do it? Does that mean that this case should not go to trial? Again, we go to trial. He can call those witnesses. The trial judges will listen to his witnesses, listen to the OTP witnesses, and then decide if we've proven our case beyond reasonable doubt or not. I'll speed up a bit, Your Honors, because I don't want to go over my time. He made a small point I just have to respond to, making a call. Why aren't there more investigations? Why aren't crimes being investigated now in the Philippines? Well, his client prevented all that by withdrawing the Philippines from the Rome Statute when he thought he might be prosecuted, thereby ensuring that we would not have jurisdiction after a certain period. Another point. My friend is trying to
Hindi yun tatalab yung argumento mo ganun kasi patunayan mo lang ay kung may kasalanan si Duterte o wala. Yung pag-withdraw, it is not a question of whether he killed or not. It's a question of jurisdiction. Okay? So, ang problema sa iyo, iniba-iba mo, umiiwas ka sa real issue na may ebidensya ba kayo? Yan ang issue dyan. Ipapalihis mo dun sa jurisdiction.
kind of have it both ways on how Your Honor should treat Mr. Duterte's utterances, his speeches, his words. On day one, T0004 at page 30, lines 18 to 19, my friend said, Duterte's word was his word and the people knew it, end quote. Yesterday, worried about his client's confessions, that's what they are, he said, quote, this is at T0006, page 7, lines 5 to 7. He said, quote, one cannot rely on anything coming out of Mr. Duterte's mouth. All right, that's good to know if he ever decides to testify. And for his representations on interim release, that you can't trust a word that comes out of his mouth. But beyond that, as I went through on Monday, 3 times under oath, Mr. Duterte said in committee hearings, I have a death squad.
Ano ibig sabihin yan? Is that enough? Ibig sabihin siya, I have the death squad. Hindi naman specify yan ba Davao Death Squad? He should have specified it. Anong klaseng argumento to? You argue with evidence, present the evidence. Ano bang sinasabi ni Duterte? Very general ang statement ni Duterte. Saka-sakaling sabihin mo na totoo yun. Under oath. But the problem is Duterte is a kind of man who says one thing today and says another thing the next day. Ibig sabihin, talagang meron siyang tinatawag na pagkaolyanin. Yan po ang sinasabi na cognitive capacity niya ay impaired. Hindi niya na maalala yung sinabi ni isang araw. Ilang beses kayo sa public speeches na narinig natin. Iba sinabi ngayon, iba sinabi nung isang araw, iba sasabihin ngayon.
Is Mr. Kaufman saying that his client is a liar and a perjurer who has no problem lying under oath? Limited use statements. I won't go through all the, frankly, nonsense that we heard about limited use statements. What I want to make clear, he tried to create an impression, which is just not true. Not one witness has been granted immunity in this case. None. There is no such thing as virtual immunity or whatever he called it. He said something similar today. It's standard practice to use these statements.
Pinay niya na hindi sabi niya ngayon, hindi daw binigyan ng immunity si Las Cañas. Tsaka si Bato-Bato ng mga killers.
When interviewing suspects under 55-2 who have rights, and they do not grant immunity. It just means a statement can't be used against that particular witness. And if they lie during those statements to us, to the OTP, then the agreement is void and they can be prosecuted.
Sabi mo,
And
tapos sabihin mo may agreement. Anong klase?
his suggestion somehow that we should not interview the direct killers, Mr. Duterte's killers at the bottom of the pyramid, they shouldn't be interviewed. That's clinically insane from a prosecution point of view. And of course, some of those persons will get limited use statements if their lawyers request them. And finally, we're here in this court to prosecute the most responsible. And the most responsible is his client, former President Duterte, not the people on the ground who committed the killings. They are responsible, but they are not the most responsible. And unlike his client, the ones who have come forward have shown remorse for what they have.
But the problem with you guys is, paano nyo mapatunayan na may patayan kung hindi nyo ipoprosecute yung mga tao na actual na pumatay? It's very weird.
Done. His client, contrary to everything he said in the last few days, the last 3.5 hours, repeatedly admitted committing the crimes we're here for. His killings of his own people, the Filipino people. We saw some of those in our presentations. I'm sorry, I missed one point. He said there was no linkage of the incidents to Mr. Duterte. He said, my friend, not one incident where the direct order came from Mr. Duterte for one of these incidents. Well, he should look at incident 1.
Anong incident yun? Pakiklaro nyo. You speak of evidence, not speak of opinion.
The ones we have charged. And I'm afraid I don't have my site because I skipped around. But in that incident, the evidence shows that we have a witness who heard Mr. Duterte on the phone, who heard that the order came from Superman, his client's code name and nickname.
So how will you prove that it was Duterte? Sa phone lang, boses lang. You did not see Duterte. If it was indeed Duterte who was speaking on the line, mahirap po yan. Hindi po pwede magiging proof beyond reasonable doubt yan.
Mr. Jeremy is helping me. It's a para 8.
Yan ang pinapoint out ni Kaufman na hindi niya pwede gamitin ebidensya na si Duterte yon ang tumawag kasi hindi nakita kung si Duterte ang tumawag o hindi. Yan po ang puntos doon. Very simple lang naman yan sa proof beyond reasonable doubt doctrine ng lahat ng mga criminal case.
89 of our brief, Your Honors. So that was wrong. That is, I just wanted to reply. He said that several
By
times.
the way, up to now, puro opinion. Opinion.
It's not true.
Hindi ebidensya ang pinapresenta, opinion.
Back to Mr. Duterte, he's proud of his killings. He wants to be remembered for them. Decades of murdering his own people, murdering the children of the Philippines. And he claims that he did it all for his country. He doesn't deny it. He says, as I said early on, it's a necessary evil. It's for the greater good. Doesn't matter how many kids I have to kill. I'll clean up the Philippines. Now I want to play a clip, Your Honors. If we can do that, James. This is, you'll see the beginning. I played just a few seconds of it. I'm going to play more of it now, about 2.5 minutes.
Nag-play siya ng ng video ni Duterte.
na ginawa ko man ang lahat sa panahon ko para may konting katahimikan at mapayapa ang buhay ng Pilipino. Ang problema nito, ewan ko kung ang tingin ng ako'y raw yung o ganito na lang. Ito ganito na lang. O sabi ko, assuming na totoo talaga yung naririnig ninyo. Bakit ko ginawa yan? Para sa sarili ko? Para sa pamilya ko? Para sa inyo at ang inyong mga anak sa ating bayan. Ang higain ko na lang sa inyo, total, kung ganito man talaga ang swerte ko sa buhay, okay lang, tatanggapin ko yan. Wala tayong
Excuse
magawa
me, Council, you have 5 minutes left.
Hulihin tayo kung ikulong tayo. Kaya lang, meantime, mag-contribute kayo, baski $5, $10, para paglabas ko sa presuhan, pagawaan ninyo akong monumento katabi ni Rizal. Si Rizal may hawak na libro Akin.
Oh.
Okay, what do we see?
So ito, ang prosecutor dito, yung pinakita niyong ebidensya, yun pong speech ni Digong Duterte bago siya umalis ng Hong Kong pa uwi ng Pilipinas noong March 11. Pero yan sinabi niya March 7. Pero nung time na yun sinabi niya na nagpalabas na ng search ng warrant of arrest laban sa kanya yung ICC. So ngayon, ang gusto ipakita dito ng prosecutor na yung sinabi niya kung totoo man talaga yun, ay aaminin ko, pero wala siyang sinabi kung ano yung totoo. Ibig sabihin, kung proof beyond reasonable doubt kasi murder case, kailangan ebidensya na walang duda. Wala siyang sinabi na actual kung anong sinasabi niya na totoo. So, ibig sabihin, that can never be accepted as evidence that to say that Digong Duterte admitted having killed.
There. This is essentially Mr. Duterte's farewell speech. It was made on 9 March last year, 3 days before, as he says, he was apprehended. He was not going to surrender, apprehended and surrendered to The Hague. What did we see there? First, I won't repeat it, shows total, utter contempt for this court. Second, referring to, quote, his sin, end quote. He says, assuming that all the talk you hear is true, assuming it's all true, why did I do
Wala
that?
siyang sinabi, Panyero, wala siyang sinabi na ang true ang pagpapatay. He did not say anything so that you cannot infer from there that Duterte was referring to all those killed during his time as mayor or as president of the Philippines.
What is the talk? It's all true. It's obvious. After he
Obvious.
says that,
You cannot use the word obvious to convict a person. You cannot use that. Only proof beyond reasonable doubt can be used to convict a person.
he says, problem is, they think I'm the one who, and the crowd cheers.
Oh.
Again,
Duterte did not say as to particular incidents, so that it is illogical for you to refer that to all the acts of killing during his incumbency as president and as mayor of Davao.
He doesn't say it out loud because he knows he's on video. He doesn't want the words there. Assuming I'm the one who killed all these people. So he makes a little motion. Crowd goes wild and he smiles because he likes that.
At yan mo nakita kung gaano kamahal ng tao si Duterte. I just don't think, pero kung ako tanungin nyo, yung response ng mga tao that sends shiver down the spine of the prosecutors kasi i-considera talaga ng judge yan yung will of the people, yung response ng mga tao na mainit na tao. So, you can also say, if indeed Duterte was the killer, why is it that most of the people love him?
He's made that statement. What innocent person has ever said, assuming I committed all these murders, it was for a really good reason?
He did not say, assuming I committed these murders. Sinabi na, assuming akong gumawa, wala siyang dinugtong na gano'n. You are putting words to the mouth of Duterte when words were not uttered by him. It's very clear as we played the video.
That's what they would like you to believe, that he doesn't mean it. And he says he did it not for himself, not for his family, but for the Filipino people. And it's obvious what he's talking about. He's talking about the murders. Again, the ends justify the means.
Wala, puro ko lang
Again, for him,
yun.
the murders are a necessary evil for the greater good, as we heard right at the beginning of his
Pass
career
only an opinion.
when he's teaching police officers to plant evidence. The end of that video, what does he ask for? He says, I might go to jail. What can we do? But when I get out, contribute money so there can be a monument erected of him when he's released from jail. And he describes what he wants that monument to be to himself, former President Duterte. A statue, not holding a book like the national hero Jose Rizal, but holding a gun. 3 days before his transfer to The Hague, this old man, you could see it still up there. What does he want to be remembered as? The man with the gun. And he's just taking credit.
Ibig sabihin, remember the man with the gun, siya nang pumatay? Meron ng nexus? Siya ba nag-utos na pagpatay? So that's irrelevant and that is not proof beyond reasonable doubt. You must know that.
Knowing his
Puro
own
palang
people.
opinion.
It's time for him to take responsibility for these crimes he brags about and glories in. Can we go to the next one quickly? I think I got about 3 minutes. James. This is tab 146.2. It's a quote from a speech on August 16th, 2017. What did he say? Quote, I know I will have my own downfall. I cannot be president forever. I know that they will demand to answer for all this dead. End quote.
So, ang ibig mo sabihin, proof ba yan na siyang pumatay, nagpapatay? It's not a proof, gentlemen.
And he was right when he spoke those words. He must answer for the dead. The victims demand it. Justice demands it. And for purposes of confirmation, the evidence demands it. We have proven it to the level.
No,
for
I'm
this-
sorry you did not prove it. That is not an evidence that he admitted. Very specific ang dapat ang kailangan na specific. He did not say, hindi niya siya nagsabi na yung mga pinatay ay sinabi na dun sa pinakita mo.
to be bound over for trial. We ask you to do that, Your Honors. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur Nick.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nichols.
Mr. Nichols pala to. O ito naman, Pilipino.
We
Puro
will now
naman ito ano.
go
Opinion.
to the closing statements of the common legal representatives of victims. You have
Yeah,
up
Filipino
to
lawyers.
12:30.
Va présenter les arguments en conclusion de cette audience.
Metro and
parable of the elephant, wherein they want us to see only the parts of the elephant
Ano
the
naman ito,
trunk,
Gabriel,
the
undisputed
tusks,
gawa mo?
the ears,
You're not
the
talking
head,
about evidence. You're talking about
but
your
not the
opinions.
whole of the elephant.
Next,
We must look at the whole
ano,
context.
nag-declamation ko naman dyan.
Madam President and Your Honors, it's also my duty as the common legal representative for victims to express the views and concerns of the victims.
You are not supposed to express the views. You are supposed to show evidence for the victims.
As they're watching these proceedings, they have stated, and when they heard the defense effectively submitting that the chamber should ignore the systematicity and the widespread nature of the attack, it's like their murdered loved ones are being murdered again.
Ayan eh. Opinion dun.
Under the Philippine Constitution, the executive power shall be vested in the President of the Philippines. Whatever the President publicly states is policy. People knew it.
Opinion.
End of quote. And that's the transcript of Monday, page 30, lines 18 to 19. The defense even stated that, and I quote, Rodrigo Duterte was and will always remain a unique phenomenon. End of quote. Referring to the transcript last Monday at page 30, line 14. Mr. Duterte was and is indeed a unique phenomenon in the public and vulgar way in which he uses words to dehumanize the
Opinion mo lang
concerning
yan,
count
Gabriel
one, that this
Andres.
is allegedly, and I quote, hardly widespread.
Opinion na lang
Not
yan.
just a few
Ano bang evidence mo?
individuals.
Tarantado.
The focus is on the
Oh, walang
in the
evidence pakita.
Nataganda case. The trial chamber has held in 2019 that, and I quote,
Opinion
random
naman yan.
occurrence.
Taganda case.
it refers to the existence of punishment on Nataganda,
Wala niya.
any civilian population, targeting of a specific category of
All we need is evidence.
applying this legal principle
Give us evidence.
that Mr. Duterte is
Wala, opinion ka
against,
na naman eh.
and I quote,
We don't
aspects
want your
of the
opinion.
anti-drug OTP 0003 defense has stated with respect to the
Ba't hindi mo kaya sundin yung nag-speech nung huli sa'yo, bago ka nag-speech, na pinakitang ebidensya na video? Ikaw hindi mo ginagagawa yan?
government's inclusion of these debts among its other accomplishments may lead to the inference that these are state-sponsored killings
Opinion ka na naman.
to September 27, 2017.
Puro lang kayo object.
And documents leads this court to believe that there is no basis to the OSG's claim clarity in official functions
Yeah, puro lahat opinion.
from July 1, 20
Wala ka na
fighting
mag-evidence.
illegal drugs of the Duterte administration's 2017 year-end report. Mutu investigations for all of these debts. 8, Your Honor. The defense yesterday referred to the Philippine National Police Operational Procedural Manual issued in 2021. But the same was irrelevant in a non sequitur with respect to
Ka na naman, opinion ka na
this
naman.
administration is, and I quote, intolerant for rotten apple 27, very
Pasensya
low.
na, opinion.
Those responsible need not fear accountability.
Wala,
And the
ubusuras
pre-confirmation brief. The victims submit that the proxy
na.
of
Pasensya ka na,
justice.
hindi ko na to i-play kasi puro opinion. Akala ko may evidence ka. Walang kwenta to na, kung ano to, abogado na to. Pinahiya mo lang University of the Philippines sa ginagawa mo. So, yan po, magtawag na lang ako kasi puro opinion naman. Ebidensya ang hinahanap ko. Bakit puro opinion? Okay. Pagkatapos to isusunod ko kagad yung third, yung summation, at saka kay ano naman, kay Attorney Kaufman. Wing Abad, Idol Tirador, mabuhay ka. Klaro ang iyong explanation sa bawat arguments. Wing Abad, kaya tuwang-tuwa po ako kapag ikaw nagla-live kasi may natutunan ako sa inyo. Salamat po. Tapos si Alicia Alden, grabe ipaawa ng idol nyo. Ganun ba? Tatalikap unsay tanaw ni mo ani. Madidismiss ang tanaw ko ha. Ang tingin ko madidismiss ito. Tingin ko lang yan nangyari. Huwag nyo ko abayin kung inang tingin ko kasi kulang ang ebidensya po. So Romeo Balakyot, Style Trillanes, puro file ng kaso na wala naman evidence. Ricardo Aban, hello, wala pa kayong direct evidence, please lang. Wala pa nga silang direct evidence eh. Bergie Piquero, may $2 million na evidence. Si Trillanes. Sabi ni Gladys Sherpa, lalungkot ako kay Attorney Kaufman, ginawa niya na lahat. Bayad na po yan, mga magnag-antay na lang ng maleta yan para yariin si Duterte. So maleta, offense. Genyap, nakainis naman attorney. Parang mauwi ata na naman sa basa walang kwentang laban ni Tatay Diggs. So, Bernadette Viñas, DDS ka na pala. Hindi po ako DDS, ako yung makatotohanan, Bernadette Viñas. Kung galit ka sa akin, nasa iyo po yan. Ay, kasi wala pong ebidensya. Bakit ako kakampihan ko yung kinakampihan mo na wala namang ebidensya? Bergie Piquero, niluto mga, tsaka klarong-klaro na si Trillanes nagbigay ng $2 million. Pera natin yan, hindi mo ba binibigyan ng concern yan, Bernadette Viñas? What kind of Filipino are you? Jenyap, Lutong Macau. Tapos, Ontor Hage, ICC International Criminal Court of Fishing, Diving for Evidence. Tapos, Belgitic Piquero, mabuking din itong ICC sa 18 Marines. Jenyap, mga bobo sila attorney. Tapos Jenyap, attorney, salamat attorney. Jenyap, kaya pala ayaw na humarap attorney ni Tatay Diggs, ramdaman niya pala na tutuluyan siya. So, Lita, kahit ano po ang pagtatanggol na depensa, wala na tayong asahan. So, Romel Bengson na Imbang Arabi, Tirador, Dr. Toto, komplikado ang argumento ng prosecution. Klaro ang presentasyon ng argumento ng depensa. Jenyap, ano nangyari? So, Rafael Arsiaga, itong prosecutor nito, ebidensyo daw wala namang nakitang ebidensya. Glenn Mac, salamat po sa palipad niyo po, Glenn Mac. Dr. thank you for sa paliwanag niyo. Salamat po, Doc. Sino pa kayo, meron pa kayong yung palipad, bigyan niyo po ko super. Okay, tapos si Ronel, na ngayon, karton lang muna. Ay, walang kwenta yan. George Vargas, at the confirmation ang pinag-usapan natin dito, Ronel, dapat maging fair ka naman kung may ebidensya mo. So far, wala silang pinakitang ebidensya na direct na magpapakita si Digong ang may kasalanan sa lahat. George Vargas, at the confirmation stage, the prosecution only needs to present enough evidence. Wala pa nga enough evidence. Ang problema natin eh. Hanggang ngayon, wala pa silang enough evidence. Ang pinaka-importanting na enough evidence nila na mapakita, yung connection na si Digong ang utos mismo. George Vargas. Okay. Tapos unsubscribe na ko. Sige, unsubscribe mo na, wala namang problema. Nasa iyo yan. LC sa Avedra. Ito na yung $2 million bayad. Okay? Tapos sino pa? Si Dennis Kausing, kapatid ko. Tapos si Bergie Piquero, ICC Bulok to Bulok International Kangaroo Court. Si Sinaida Christensen, you don't see the 30 head. Tapos Jenyap, buti naman po, bumalik na live nyo po, attorney. Mercy Novak, Anabua, wala kwenta itong ICC paid by Maros, kaya wala na tayo magagawa diyan. Tapos si Sinaida Christensen, you don't see the 30 holding the gun and shot the people. Wala nga sila. Jenyap, kaya Kaya nila dyan pilit dinala ang kaso ni Itay, Diggs, Attorney, mga bubo, mga abogado nila dyan sa ICC. Selmar, proceed with the trial. The ICC must focus on accountability, not distractions. Ang problema, Selmar, ay wala namang ebidensya pinakita yung mga idol mong prosecutor. Okay? Enisito Supacado. Tama ka, Dok. LC Saavedra. It's a gun daw. Hindi yun gun. Pugi yun. Tama, pugi yun. Hindi naman gun. DDS na nga. Iano kung DDS. Wala problema yan. Dante Olino. Good evening po, Dok Toto. Pagdasal natin, ma-dismiss para makauwi sa Tatay Digong. God bless. Robelito Bigwas. Idol, basura na versus Tipinsa na lang yan. Kibini, in God we trust. We are hoping for the best for EPRD. Tapos, Oferian Vlog. Sa palagay nyo, Boss Toto, makakalaya. We're hoping for the best na makikita na wala talagang ebidensya binigay ang mga prosecution. Kakaiyak yung mga closing statement ni Attorney Kaufman. Okay. Susunod natin closing statement ni Attorney Kaufman. Tapos Romel Bengson, wag sana manong ma-power ang power ng malita. Na malita power ang magagalaw dito. So kaya lang sa tingin parang hindi sila. Okay, isusunod ko na ngayon po ang third yung kay Kaufman naman na defense. Maraming salamat po. Balik po kayo. Paki-like, paki-share para ma-notify kayo. At saka ito na po.